Good afternoon, Rio Hondo college students and anyone who is watching this video. My name is Oscar Perez. I work at the Transfer Center as a student services assistant. And today we'll be discussing pretty much a Transfer 101 workshop, fully focusing on the University of California system, so the UC system. So if you have any questions throughout the video, please feel free to send us a message or email us at transfercenter@riohondo.edu, or you can also reach us at 562-317-0518. All right, so we'll go ahead and discuss briefly these questions that are frequently asked. So question number one, Rio Hondo College helps students transfer to CSUs, UCs, private universities, and out-of-state colleges. As you can see here, it's true. So we have what are called transfer course agreements with the various institutions, meaning that if you complete a certain set of courses, like your major preparation courses, general educations, transfer elective courses, and meet other campus-specific requirements, then you would have the opportunity to apply to transfer to one of these universities. Question number two, when you apply for transfer from a community college to a CSU or a UC, you must also submit your high school transcript and take the SAT or ACT. This is false. So once you start, here at Rio Hondo College, you start off at a fresh clean slate. Whatever happened in high school happened in high school. It does not, determine your outcome and your success at Rio Hondo. And the SAT or ACT, that's solely, specific to high school students. So you don't have to worry about any of those exams for Rio Hondo and for admission purposes as a transfer student. Question number three, when you transfer to a four-year university from a community college, you transfer as a freshman. This is false. So once you transfer out to a four-year university, you'll be transferring out as a junior. The reason being is you do need 60 minimum transferable units for Cal States and UCs. So once you clip those 60 transferable units and you transfer, then you'll be considered a junior. Question number four, you cannot transfer with an undecided major. This is true. So university will require you on their applications to select a major. So during your time at Rio Hondo, you'll be doing what are called major preparation coursework for your major. So all those major preparation courses will help you, as the name implies, prepare you to be successful for that major and get a in-depth knowledge about that particular field. Question number five, you must complete 60 transferable units before transferring to a UC or CSU. This is true. Like I mentioned earlier, you do need 60 transferable units for UCs or Cal States. Question number six, you must obtain an associate degree in order to transfer to a UC or CSU. This is false. So earning an associate degree is something that's optional. There's various different benefits to earning an associate degree, but just know that it is optional. And if you're interested in, figuring out what those benefits are, you can always reach out to us through email or phone. All right, so the University of California system. So all these 10 campuses comprise the UC system. So as you can see, we have UC Berkeley, UC Davis, UC Irvine, UCLA, UC Merced, UC Riverside, UC San Diego, UC San Francisco, UC Santa Barbara, and UC Santa Cruz. So something important to know from here is that UC San Francisco is only for students at the graduate level. So if you want to transfer, say for example, from Rio Hondo to one of the UCs, you have 9 to choose from. The only one that you wouldn't be able to apply to will be UC San Francisco until you finish your bachelor's degree and would like to pursue a graduate degree. So you still have quite a bit of campuses to choose from in different parts of the state of California. So here, for the UC system, something that's very unique compared to other campuses is that it's research-based. A lot of these universities will have a heavy component that relates to like research, a lot of readings that consist of theories. So that's just something to take into account compared to Cal State. That's more practical, hands-on approach. So UCs just know you'll do a lot of research and exploration of various theories, also depending on your major as well. So it's designed for daytime/full-time students. Not many courses are going to be offered in the evening or the weekend, and they kind of have more of an expectation for you to be a full-time student. So at a UC, you can earn your bachelor's degree or master's and doctorate degrees as well. All right, so the minimum requirements to be able to transfer. So just keep in mind, this is the bare minimum. This does not guarantee you admissions to a UC. But the minimum requirements are 60 transferable units, minimum of a 2.4 GPA for California residents. If you're a non-California resident, you will need to earn a minimum of a 2.8 GPA. And also you need the completion of what's called the 7-course pattern. And this is strictly for the UCs. And you need 2 courses in English composition/critical thinking. So if you're a student at Rio Hondo, English composition can be English 101. Critical thinking can be English 201, for example. And then you would also need to complete 1 transferable math course. So for the 1 transferable math course, depending on your major, say for example, if you're social science majors, most likely you'll need like a statistics course. So you would be able to use that statistics course to use as a transferable math course. And just to know, all courses over 100 are considered transferable for Rio Hondo students. So in addition to that, you need 4 courses from at least 2 of the following areas: arts and humanities, behavioral and social sciences, and biological and physical sciences. And these courses must be passed with a C or better. All right, so what can you do to be competitive? So oftentimes UCs will be pretty competitive depending on the school that you may want to apply to, but nevertheless, these are some options or some things to consider when applying to UC, as they can help you. So some of those things include the completion of the IGETC. So it's the IGETC pattern. Usually it's in a yellow sheet at the transfer center. And essentially the completion of IGETC will allow you to make sure that you complete all your lower division general education courses. So if you complete the IGETC, you won't have to take any more lower division general education courses once you transfer to a UC. So that'll save you time and money as well. Moreover, completion of major prep courses. Some majors will require you to complete all major prep coursework. Other majors at a UC will require you to complete some of the major prep courses. But the more that you have, and if you can complete all of it, it'll be better, because it'll show the UCs that you are you have an in-depth knowledge about the field and the major that you're pursuing. So that's something to keep in mind. Also, achieving a competitive GPA. Anything over a 2.8 is GPA is considered competitive for 6 out of the 9 UCs, and anything over a 3.2 GPA is considered competitive for UCLA, UC San Diego, and UC Berkeley. So also another thing to take into account when considering what a competitive GPA is would mean to take into consideration the major that you're applying to, the university, and also the applicant pool. So say for example, if you're like a sociology major at UCLA, to be competitive, you're looking at like a 3.5, 3.6 GPA. If you want to apply to sociology for UC Riverside, you're looking at a 3.0, 3.1 GPA or so. So it'll vary depending on major, UC campus, and applicant pool. All right, other things that you can do to be competitive is join the honors program. Some UCs will grant priority consideration for honors students. If you're somebody who's maybe interested in applying to UCLA, and if your major falls within the College of Letters and Science, you may be interested in doing the honors program because we have an honors partnership with UCLA called UCLA Transfer Alliance Program, so UCLA TAP, and that gives you priority consideration review for UCLA if your major falls within the College of Letters and Science. Also, if you're somebody who may be interested in applying to UC Irvine, we also do have honors to honors for UC Irvine. So that's another program that you can be a part of, and it can help you in your admissions consideration. All right. Moving on forward. So any special college projects or programs that you may be involved with will definitely help you out in your admissions, I guess, review. The reason being is because the UCs, they'll require you to respond to what are called personal insight questions. So essentially there are 7 questions that you have opportunity to respond to. One of them is mandatory, and then you have 3 optional questions to choose from. So in total, you'll respond to 4 personal insight questions, and pretty much they'll ask you questions about some of the challenges, things that you've been involved with to overall become a competitive applicant for the UC system. So there will also, on the applications for UCs, it'll have room for you to input any type of extracurricular activities, any programs or project that you have been involved with, because they take those things into consideration because they do a holistic review of your application, not just academics, but things that you've been involved with as well. So that's something to think about if you want to apply to the UCs, to think about extracurricular activities. And lastly, any accomplishments, any recognition, scholarships, things like that as well. All right, assist.org. So essentially, assist.org is a really cool tool. It's an articulation tool that you can use to figure out what major prep courses you would need for your major at a UC. So as you can see here, you'll find the requirements for your major at the school you want to transfer to. And this is only applicable to UCs and Cal States. Find all UC campuses which offer your major. This is a really good one to think about, because you'll see if your major is actually offered at a particular UC. Say, for example, if you're a criminal justice major, if you scroll through assist.org, you'll see that UCs don't offer criminal justice. So in those situations, you'll just try to see what other majors that are offered at UC that's similar to, for example, criminal justice. So you'll be able to see that some campuses offer criminology, some other offer like sociology, law, and society. So that's just something else to look into. And then major prep requirements for each UC campus, as I mentioned. So here, you'll be able to see the academic year. The 2019-2020 is the most updated one that we have. Institution, you'll be selecting Rio Hondo, and the agreements with other institutions. You can pick with whatever UC you want to find the agreements with. All right, so here's an example with Cal State Long Beach. So they inputted all of this, and then you'll see here on the right-hand side that it has listed all the majors that are offered in this particular example, Cal State Long Beach. And then you would just click any of these majors, and then you would view the agreements. And it'll have listed more information about the program at that UC, and then also the major prep courses for that major. All right, moving on forward. So UC tag. So something else that's very unique to the UC system is UC's Transfer Admissions Guarantee Program. So essentially there are 6 participating UCs that take part of this program. The only schools that don't participate in Transfer Admission Guarantee are UCLA, UC San Diego, and UC Berkeley. So all the other remaining 6, as you can see here, participate in that tag. So essentially, like the name mentions, it gives you guaranteed admission to one of the 6 participating schools. So here are some of the tag requirements. Each UC campus has specific requirements that you must look into. This is very important to note because some schools will require you to complete certain courses by certain semester. Um, every time that students tell me they're interested in like a UC and want to do consider transfer admission guarantee, I always highly encourage students to meet with the counselor. That way the counselor can sit with them and make an educational plan that will consist of meeting the specific campus requirements for the TAG program. So just keep in mind that. And then also applications are due between September 1st to September 30th of the year prior transferring. So say for example, I'm applying fall 2021. I would be filling out my UC tag application this year of September 1st to September 30th of 2020. And then later in the fall, in November, I would be applying to the UC that I tagged. And then you would want to make sure that you put the exact major. Say for example, I'm tagging at UC Riverside for sociology in November. When the application opens, I would apply to UC Riverside for sociology. So just make sure that the major is consistent. And then also something to take note of is you can only apply to tag for one campus. Also have earned 30 plus UC transferable units at the time of your tag application, and then have a 2.8 to 3.5 GPA or higher. So this will vary from campus to campus. Usually like tag GPAs for UC Riverside is like a 2.8 or 3.0. UC Irvine and UC Santa Barbara will be more likely like a 3.4 GPA. So it'll vary between those campuses. Some of the benefits, so early review of your academic records, early admission notifications, and specific guidance about major preparation, general education coursework, and obviously, you know, they guaranteed admission. So that's definitely something that's a big plus. All right, can I afford a UC? So this is something that some students are not aware of, the Blue and Gold Opportunity Plan. And this is specifically designed for the UCs. I'm gonna go ahead and get my charger real quick. All right. Cool, so this is specific to the UCs. So if you are eligible, your system-wide tuition and fees can be fully covered by the UC's Blue and Gold scholarship or grant money. So something I didn't mention in the beginning, I did transfer to UCLA from Mount San Antonio Community College. And once I transferred to UCLA, I didn't have to pay anything for tuition or fees during my 2 years there due to the Blue and Gold Opportunity Plan. Right, so I didn't have to pay for anything for tuition and fees. Some of the eligibility for the Blue and Gold Opportunity Plan is submit a FAFSA or California Dream Act application, be a California resident or have AB 540 status. And this is one of the big ones, have total individual or family income below $80,000. Also meet any other campus specific requirements for UC grant aid. Also is, say for example, that your total individual family income is above $80,000. There's also a middle class scholarship that can cover up to 40% of your system-wide tuition and fees. So that's also something else to be aware of. But yeah, this is a really great program. You know, it gives you a lot of support financially. All right, so here's the University of California, their website. So as you can see here, you can type in admission.universityofcalifornia.edu, and you can get more information about everything that relates to the UC campuses. We also do have a lot of various representatives from the UC system that frequently do visits to the transfer center, and they're still doing virtual online appointments. So if you're interested in any of the UCs, you can always contact us. Our email is listed below here, transfercenter@riohondo.edu, and we'll be more than glad to help you schedule an appointment with the UC representative. So cool. And then also make sure to follow us on our social media. Here we have different social media accounts. We have Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. So we're going to be posting up constant information regarding everything transfer 101, transfer information, transfer updates, things like that. So make sure to follow us on those social media accounts for updates. Thank you. Have a good day.